my lovelies, it's me, Edith Ivy, here with a review of the new Sims game pack, Crystal Creations. And before we begin, I want to say in the strongest terms possible how angry and upset I am with the new shopping cart UI, and I am hoping that Sims just completely crashed that whole thing. I haven't seen anything on social media, but I had that awful thing up here and it's gone. So I am hoping they got rid of it because, first of all, shameless corporate greed, which EA is famous and notorious for. We can already buy through the website. We can already buy through the stupid app that we don't want either. And we can already buy through the game's main menu. Cluttering up our UI with a thing that flashes at me at all, because like it doesn't even need to be animated. That's just icing on the cake. I cannot put into words how upset I am that EA even considered that. I do, however, have a Sims YouTube channel, so of course I'm going to review the new pack that I did buy with my money. And part of me wishes I had joined the boycotts, but to be perfectly frank, the shopping cart was gone before I got on to buy it. And I don't know if they just removed me from the testing pool or if they scrapped it. I hope they scrapped it. Rant over. That is a topic for another day. So today I'm going to start in the Crea A Sim items. Partly because I ranted so much about Crea A Sim last time, and partly because it's just an easier place to start. So I started a new playthrough, and here is my mostly random sim, Shayna. I have some thoughts. So I really like the hairs, and I do like that all of the hairs are gender neutral. If I clear the feminine, the hairs don't change at all. I do not like that the colors of the ornaments are tied to and change with hair color. That is a vexation of mine, and I don't think it's going to change. I think it would be really easy for it to be changed, but I am not an expert on computer programming, so I can't say for sure. I do also really like that there's a rainbow swatch. It's what a pink, yeah, the paler pink has a rainbow. So I found that very cute. For the jewelry, let me switch to my lovely wife. I like the jewelry pieces much better than like the hair ornaments. The hair ornaments, I just find they're a little chunky for my taste, but the styles themselves are quite cute. I like these a lot. It is quite good. Clothes. For the first time ever, we have more male clothes for female clothes than, more male clothes than female clothes, which I find quite exciting. Even the men's clothing doesn't have that awkward gapping over the chest. Like when I put this waistcoat back on her, when I put this is a male sweater, this is a male waistcoat. Like when you wear, for example, let me find a male coated thing real quick. When you wear the male things on the female coated Sims, there's usually some really weird bunching and gaping over the bust. And it's just very strange looking. And I like that I can put this waistcoat on my Sim. I like that I can put this sweater on my Sim, and they look quite well regardless of gender. What swatch did I have? The pants are fine. I like the lots of extra pockets so you can slip crystals and stones in. The shoes, I am not a fan of the embellishments myself. Like the big stone. Me personally, my personal taste, the clinking, because they're on both the inside and the outside of the ankle. The clinking as I walked, I'd be afraid of damaging. I'd be afraid of breaking them off. So even though I know that can't happen in The Sims, it messes with my anxiety. I have anxiety. And while I worship and adore the crystal slippers, they're so good. But because the swatches are set to align with stones in the real world, they They don't quite color match to anything else in the pack. Also, again, EA has stepped up their texturing so well. So good. I do have one serious criticism though. So I'm going to switch to a tucked in shirt so I am absolutely clear on this point. In the live stream, which I didn't watch live, I watched after the fact, they refer to this as the pleated skirt. This might be a box pleat. Maybe it reads more as gathered to me. So, and even if they are pleats, that's a single box pleat in the front of this. Where are the pleats on this pleated skirt? Are the pleats in the room with us? I heard that in the live stream recording and I just don't know. Oh, I do have to say, the stockings, I love. These stockings are fabulous. They're an over-the-knee stocking, and the colorways are quite good. I would like it if the green was a little less... Okay, I want more green clothes. I want more green decor. So the fact that this is a very bluey green is a small sadness, very specific to my heart. Let's get out of character creation, which I would rate fine to positive. If I'm being truly honest with myself, the waistcoat alone puts it into I'm pretty pleased with this, and I think it will pair very well with the stuff from the World of Magic pack. There is one thing though. So of course I made a ring and fell in love as fast as I could because I wanted to propose my own ring. Even though I proposed with the ring, she put it on her index finger, which is the finger that I also put it on because, of course, I made myself a matching ring. Who do you think I am? I should have gone over that in Crea A Sim, but it's too late now. I'm not going back. The full body outfits are all dresses. Not my vibe. I don't like the uneven hem. Your undershirt doesn't coordinate well with the belt, and it's 50-50 on whether it goes with the dress. And again, it's a really big, clunky embellishment on a fluttery dress. I actually do like this one. I wish it didn't have this wrap slit here, but it is much more appealing to my aesthetic. This dress, it's fine. It's not really my style just at all. I don't like the asymmetricality in the skirt. I don't think that the overpiece matches the underdress aesthetically. And not everything has to be my vibe. Maybe you really like this and think it's cute. That is completely 100% fine. The clothing is all, it's fine. It's just fine. I played 1 week of gameplay. For the gameplay, the things I really, really want to say, for the good, you can level really quickly. I have been getting a level a day on this. I've been letting my sim go to social events. I have been letting my sim make friends. I have been keeping her needs in the green. I have not been abusing this sim, and she had enough time to go out and find herself a gorgeous wife. I mean, look at this woman. So, not overtaxing my sim, I was able to gain levels very, very quickly. The foraging for materials, especially in the early game when you have to forage for materials, is deeply time consuming, which means you don't have a lot of time to skill up at the table. And so early game is rough for time, and if you aren't foraging the fruits and vegetables and flowers as well, if you aren't foraging the fossils as well, if you aren't foraging the dirt piles as well, which take more time to be able to grow and sell those additional items through your selling table, you are going to be hard up for money. And if you have a sim with a job, that's just gonna be even rougher. The aspiration I do like, and I was able to get to level 3 in the aspiration in a week. I think as slow as the crystal tree is growing. Okay, so now we know the crystal tree takes 5 days to grow. You all saw it in the game testing before. This literally just happened. So the crystal tree takes 5 days to grow when I fertilized it twice. And it is a high, nice quality. So this seems a little bit potentially disproportionate. Let's take a look at what's... This does seem like a bit on the higher end in terms of aspirations. And aspirations have always and will always be swingy. So I still consider this aspiration a good aspiration. I guess what I'm trying to say is it feels really, really uneven because the first 2 tiers went so fast and were so easy. I love, love, love that you can put your crystals and metals into your table. That I truly love a lot because it means that even though you're foraging constantly, you're not filling up your inventory. And if you get the selling table as fast as you can, and if you manage to find some turquoise, which I believe the turquoise is common. Yeah, turquoise is a common stone, and turquoise lets you build your charisma faster. The different crystals having different abilities is actually really, really cool. I'm actually running into the problem where I don't want to sell the jewelry because I want to have the abilities for myself. I also like that you can drag and drop the charging stone in build mode as well as in live mode, and you can actually put a lot of pieces of jewelry on it at the same time. So you can have less fear of kleptomaniacs there. I have had some really weird glitching. What you can put on what shelves, like there are some really baffling slotting glitches, and I don't actually count on The Sims 4 to fix them. Also, these are also drag and drop decor, which I think is cute. We're gonna go over stuff in just a second. I do like that stuff glows when it's charged. This, if it were charged, would be all pretty and iridescent, like how this has got this beautiful blue luster, and then when the charge fades, they fade, and you also get a moodlet, so you are less wondering about whether or not you're getting the effect. I also think there's a good variety, like there are lots of different combinations, there are lots of different things. I like the more delicate, pretty, intricate things, and there are those there. I know that a lot of people like the more chunky modern pieces. They're there. And it looks like they've already done a minor fix because I was able to put the ring in this thing and I can see my necklace now, which I actually quite like that necklace. Now I am going to move into manage world. Now, where this pack truly shines for me is in the build mode items. I love this dark academia vibe. The detail work on the furniture is my jam. I would murder people for this bookcase. And I love that they gave us 2 bookcases and they snap together. Sort of. They snap together, except diagonals continue to be frustrating. They don't snap together on the diagonal, and I can't decide if I'm amused or irritated by that. So I know that they were going for a lot of interchangeability, but this feels, a lot of these swatches feel really weirdly similar to me. But I do like the variety of wood tones. I do like that they have like a white in both a cool and a warm toned white. I like that they have a green swatch at all. I would have liked a true black swatch, but a nice smooth gray is just fine. This table is beautiful. I like the scroll work. I like that it's cluttered. And they clearly did talk to people who work in jewelry making. I have a friend who does a little bit, and she is truly deeply pleased by this. Like, this is what the clamp looks like. This is what a gem grinder looks like. You can see the fuel tank for the soldering iron, or excuse me, this is the battery pack for the sander. This is the fuel tank for the soldering iron. I love the fern itself. I would have liked greater variety of tone. Like, these 4 look very, very similar. These 3 look very similar. It's not like a huge gripe because honestly, I love this plant. I'm gonna use the heck out of it. I just, give me a black when you give me 2 whites. When I first saw the sailing table, I'm like, that's an 8-foot wood kitchen table. This is immersion breaking. How are you fitting that in the back of your truck to take it to a craft show? But they actually like put the texturing in for the leaves, and they gave solid cases underneath. Like, if you're a jewelry seller, I want a substantial case. This is actually quite good. I like this a lot. I love this, the charging stone. Honestly, no notes on this. I couldn't afford this piece yet, so I don't know how the slotting is, but the slotting has been really weird. They say there are a lot of slots, and like if I pick up, let's see all the places that we can slide this lamp around. Okay, looks like they added a bunch of slots up here, but the slotting on the body of the desk looks pretty standard. It's like 3 slots top and bottom on this shelf. So got 6 slots in here, got 5 up top. I like this new office chair a lot. And that item is a comfort too, which is pretty good for an office chair. I love this secretary. It's so good. I love the parquet style inlay on the top. I love the little wooden drawers. I like the envelope slots. I love the stationery slots. This desk makes me truly happy. Like, when I get to Pink Jen in my Not So Berry challenge, she's getting this swatch, potentially this swatch. This is the desk she is going to have for her little write her dreams. I like that they put a big fat wick in there, and when you go to nighttime so it is all lit up, the flame actually flickers, and it actually flickers really well. Now, there are also some baffling things in the swatches, and I'm gonna use the rug to point it out. It's really a thing in this rug, this poster, and this center case on these tables. So we've got both patterns in the red, in the green, in the blue-gray, in the cool and the warm white tones, but we don't have them in these. There's only the black in this pattern. There's only the brown in this pattern. Why? I don't understand. And the same for this poster, which this is the... I could have put them all up. I just picked a few colors because I just didn't want to build that much wall, but I did want to show all of the swatches of the gorgeous new wallpaper. I love this wallpaper. It is truly beautiful. I love that there are different variations of swatches. I would have loved a dusty green. Like, the one thing keeping this wallpaper from being perfect is that there's 2 really harsh emerald greens that are almost identical, honestly, and there's like 3 soft blues. I would like a soft green. My only real caveat, and I know that like this and this look really similar, and this look really similar, and this look really similar. I swear they are all different swatches of this wallpaper. I just went down the line and did all the swatches. This lamp is amazing. It is supposed to be a spotlight lamp, and it is just so good. Like, look at the arch, and look at how it's brighter closer to the lamp and closer to the center. It's so pretty. It's a very cute couch. I do love that it's got a subtle pattern to it, and that they did shading so it looks like the pattern is a little darker between and worn away at the center of the cushion. Just, that's a good detail to me. I love the terrarium. I love that the little plants are inside. Again, I'm a little bit baffled by the colors. We have a pastel green and a pastel pink, and they just don't seem to really fit as well with the other swatches. And when all of the wood tones match across all of the furniture pieces and have a coordinating sofa, it just seemed a little weird that some of the clutter has matchy swatches and some of the clutter doesn't. It's just confusing to me that we have a matching bookcase, crafting table, cabinet, desk, rugs, couch, table, case to put on the table, But these guys and these guys are random colors that, like some of these, I don't know that this pink goes with anything in the pack. It's not bad, like don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna use the heck out of it. It is beautiful and I love it. I just kind of confused. I don't know. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. I think it is cute and funny that this is a bust based on the bust of Princess Cordelia. It's called Cordelia's bust. And I haven't gotten there in game because I just didn't have the money yet. But you can supposedly display your jewelry on this. I like the new end table. I think that's seriously cute. I also like that it looks like a paper drawer table. This looks like where you keep your nice paper for when you do art and sketching, which a jewelry maker is totally sketching their designs on first. And here's one of the ones where it's funny. This center case, I did all the different swatches on it, and it doesn't actually match the swatches anywhere. Like some of the, like this green is kind of like this green, but it's at a completely different spot in the swatches section, and it doesn't perfectly match. Again, nothing wrong with that. I just think it's kind of funny that they did so much matchy-matchy and then just kind of stopped on a couple of the pieces. I love this scroll work. Beautiful. I wish it wasn't a glass top, but that's a personal aesthetic thing, and the glass top is honestly a lot better when, you know, I can't actually shatter it. I do like that they made all of the details of the 3D bits actually 3D in the rendering. There are a couple pieces in the game that if you look at them side on, like the twinkle lights in the kids stuff, like the big gears that you can hang on the wall. I think that's from the Brutalist Industrial Pack, that if you look at it on the side, it's flat, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. I like that they actually rendered all of this in 3D for all of the pieces, and honestly, this is the best pack I have seen for furniture and decor pieces that I would use in my own home in real life that I have ever seen in The Sims, period. So for me, this is where this pack truly, madly, deeply shines. I love it. The clothes are fine. The gameplay is honestly pretty good. And if EA actually repairs the glitches, could be quite good. And I do think it is wonderful that they are adding early game accessible stuff. I like the new skill. I like how much they interfaced it with the whole game. I like that it ties in with the lunar phases that we got for werewolves. And I think spellcasters with this jewelry are going to be completely broken. I look forward a great deal to playing with that. In what I have played with this pack so far, I would give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. And most of the points I take off are because it isn't to my taste. So EA, if you haven't already, get rid of that stupid shopping button. I have been Edith Ivy, and this has been my honest review of the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, I hope you will give me a like, maybe comment, maybe even subscribe and hit that notification bell. It means so much every time that you do. I hope you're having a happy time zone wherever in the world you are, and I will see you next time.